Happy Thursday. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit today. I had an interesting topic. We received some information from our lender here at Baird and Warner, who is Key Mortgage, and this regards condo developments. Now, I think sometimes there is an assumption that a condo is in a high-rise building and, there's like not a private entrance. You might have a hallway with all these doors that go to a condo, kind of like in the city. That is really a legal designation condo, so you could have a property that looks like a townhome that has a separate entrance, maybe a little yard, that would be all common space, that would be designated as condo. And so what's happened with these condos is they have been impacted by the Surfside collapse in Florida. So don't know if anybody remembers, but there was probably a 10 or 11 story building in Surfside, Florida. They had deferred maintenance on the property, and the structural integrity of the property was compromised, and the whole building fell down. Like within probably a minute, it totally collapsed. Over 100 and some people were killed in the property. And I think maybe a lot of people think, well, that's just Florida, or maybe that's just properties along the ocean that were impacted by that, because what happened was a lot of lawsuits came about, and the state got involved with having people inspect things, and if they're, have a structural engineer come out and make sure the integrity of the building is being maintained in an appropriate way. That did not just impact Florida. That is for condos everywhere. So if you're sitting in Naperville, Illinois, and you live in a condo, the entities that sort of insure mortgages, which are Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and HUD, were looking at it going, wow, that's a lot of liability. And so condos always had this condo questionnaire that asked about, how many rentals there were, was there any pending litigation, how much of the assessments were in arrears, things like that. They now have a supplemental addendum that has gotten a little hairy and sort of addresses the issues that came out of Surfside. The questionnaire is probably about 6 or 7 questions long. It goes to the management company and asks things like, are there any structural deficiencies? Is there any deferred maintenance? Are there any concerns about safety as a result of any structural issues or deferred maintenance? Things like that. Are there any special assessments that are coming up that are either paid or unpaid? And so it's used to address the issues that resulted out of this catastrophe. And there might be some HOAs that aren't able to address those questions, and so the lender would not loan money to that property. And if you were a buyer, your financing wouldn't go through and you would have to back out. You'd get your earnest money back, but the lender would not agree to loan money in that development. When I was first in real estate, I had a buyer that he was a first-time buyer, and he was looking at something in, I believe it was in Country Club Hills. And I remember the lender would not loan money to him because there were too many residents that lived there that had not paid their HOA fees. They were in arrears, and it exceeded the maximum that the lender thought was sufficient. And so we had to pull out, and he ended up buying something different. But those are just some of the things you might want to think about. I think this is especially important regarding first-time buyers, who tend to be a lot of condo buyers because of the price point involved. But you are going to find there might be some lenders that are going to deny financing to certain condo developments just because of the results of this questionnaire. Have they had deferred maintenance? Has there been any talk about special assessment as a result of not maybe habitability, but certainly safety and structural concerns? So just something I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions on real estate, my name is Jill Lasek. I am with Baird and Warner. Please feel free to call me anytime. I'm here to talk to you guys, answer any questions, and make the real estate process easier for you. My number is 630-816-8701, and I hope you have a good holiday weekend coming up. Take care.